Thank you for joining us here at the Nikki Clarke Show. Always thrilled to have you tune in with us. And I'm really delighted to have this next guest share some incredible things that he's doing. He is an author, he's a father, he's a husband, and a community worker. Please welcome the author of 5 Nuggets, Dondre Homer, to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. It's been a long time coming, so I'm just glad
Yes.
we did it. I celebrate that it happened today.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your background to becoming an author. Like, how did that happen, and when did it happen?
Well, my background of becoming an author was last year. Actually 2 years ago, sorry. I had a self-reflection moment where I was just, thinking about my life. And in that moment, I was thinking about a little boy came to my mind, and that was my son eventually. And this was 3 months before my son was even born. And again, just self-reflecting, I looked and saw that I want to be better for him, right? So I just thought of, okay, characteristics that I've developed but not yet put in practice. And there were 5 nuggets, is perseverance, persistence, patience, contentment, and faith. And I was like, you know what? How am I going to teach these nuggets to my son? And a book came to mind. It's simple, but I'm able to have that opportunity to develop that relationship with him. And I went ahead and went through every single nugget to get the book done, and I was able to, voila, get it done.
Yeah. How long was the process to publishing the book?
It was about 8 months.
8 months.
8 months, yeah.
Okay.
Actually getting from beginning to end. Writing the book was actually in a day, like precisely 3 hours.
Wow.
But actually getting the process done of finding an illustrator, getting it edited, that took a pretty long time. And even finding a proper printer as well. Took some time, so 8 months.
Excellent. And the storybook is for what age range of children?
8 and up.
Okay.
But I do recommend parents to read the book to their kids, even if they're little. Like right now, my son is 10 months old, and I still read it to him, and he has no idea what I'm saying. But I want to build that bond with him, right? So I always believe it's important for parents to build that bond with their kids. So as they get older, that bond is still strong. So that's something that I aim to do.
All right. Well, what inspired you to, have these values? I mean, they're formidable, so worthy values. But who is it that inspired you? Who was your mentor?
I have 3 mentors that I always refer to: Pastor Steph, Karim Green, and Giovanni Lines. These 3 men basically shaped who I was and who I am. And now, as I continue to grow, I'm finding different mentors, because now I'm now moving into different ventures like real estate. So now I have real estate mentors and people who believe in 5 nuggets, and they're contributing to this goal of mine. So these mentors are who I am. They shaped me where I am now.
Okay. Excellent. Well, I'm so proud of everything that you've accomplished. You're a young dad,
Yes.
right? And I think what you are instilling in your son is incredibly important. I think all parents should have those 5 nuggets, whatever they value, to be passed on to their children. So now you have another book coming out. Can you talk about that?
So this second book is called My Dad Is. It's really basically breaking the stereotypes of Black men. I know we as Black men are portrayed a certain way in the media. And
how?
Thugs, not active, uneducated, wild. And because of these false narratives, it puts fear in other people. Unfortunately, we have to deal with a lot of police brutality, right? And, this book is really just promoting Black men who are active in their children's lives.
Positive reflections.
Positive reflections, right? And who are breaking the narrative, right? So this book is really about, bringing the community together of Black men standing strong and proud of being Black fathers, because there's multiple and many men out there that don't get, any light. They just like to promote, this. I don't even know how to put it in words, but they don't like to glorify what's actually out there, So this book is really special to me.
As a Black father and raised by a Black father,
Yeah.
Yes, and my father was my hero for the longest time, and I thank him for how he helped, shape me as a woman. So it's very important to give honor where honor is due to Black men raising children. So is this another storybook for children, or is it for all ages?
It is another storybook for children. And again, I like to go and teach to younger children, because that's where you're able to capture their minds more. So as they continue to get older, it's in their minds, and they continue to grow with them. So yeah.
Right. But you also have other extensions in the community. You offer tutoring, don't you? Can you talk about that?
Oh, yeah. So I provide, with the funds raised from the book sales, merchandise, and our educational programs, we provide free tutoring for underprivileged children who can't afford. One thing that holds dear to me is that I don't want money to be the reason why a child can't advance their education. And I never grew up with the most money in the world, but my parents did well for me, and I just don't want kids to be say that it was because of the money I'm unable to advance my education. So we provide free education where you're able to take the necessary steps to develop your education.
Excellent. Yeah. So what can people do to help with that particular initiative?
Yeah, so you can go on our website at 5nuggets.com, where you can actually register for your child to get tutoring. Also, we do provide a paid tutoring service where kids, like families who can afford, they're then able to offset, some costs. So let's say $50 will go, $10 will go towards a free hour of tutoring, right? So you can purchase, some tutoring for your child if you have the means, and yeah, that's essentially it.
Okay, excellent. And what are the tutoring programs? What subjects are you offering?
Math, English, science, French. We have a wide range of tutors who are versed in a lot of different subjects.
Okay, in what part of the GTA of Toronto? Or?
Well, we have a lot of tutors around the GTA, so we do have some in Brampton, Mississauga, Burlington, Newmarket, everywhere. Okay. So, and we're a mobile service as well, and virtual, depending, because obviously the situation that, with the pandemic.
Fantastic. Well, I'm so in awe of your enterprise, and you're raising a young man to be the same thing.
Trying my best.
Yes, yes. And what does your wife do? Like, how does she support what you do?
She's my backbone, to be completely honest. She helps me with scheduling meetings. She helps, help build the brand of 5 Nuggets. She's essentially like really and truly my backbone. Everything that I'm doing, she's there right behind me, making sure that this organization grows and that we're impacting a lot of people's lives.
Absolutely. Well, you touched on something with the book that you have out, and congratulations on the release of your book.
Thank you. My Dad Is.
My Dad Is Black. After what the world experienced earlier this summer with horrific images of, someone being brutalized and his life being robbed from him because of racist act in broad daylight. How do you feel about what happened there, and also reflecting back to your own kind of environment as a Black man. How do you feel about that and your walk right now in the reality of being a Black man in Canada?
Well, first, I will always, although it's been a couple of months, my heart still goes out to the Floyd family. And it's bothering. It does bother me because, again, at any moment, like, you just never know.
Yeah.
He woke up that morning not even thinking about it, probably getting ready to go see his children, and his life was taken from him. And that bothers me. So that's why my mission is just to do my part and see how can I contribute to the solution? What are some things that I can do to help us grow as a community? There's not. I was watching a video earlier today, and one gentleman was saying how he done the speaking, he done the protests. We need to start doing something now. Action needs to be taking place.
Right.
So we need to come together as a community and really think, okay, what can we really do? What are some steps that we can do to move forward and change this, this thing of Black men being brutally murdered? How can we end this? So I'm open to be a part of those conversations.
Yes.
I'm open to being a part of the solution, and that's my goal.
Absolutely. And there's definitely power in numbers.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
Absolutely. Strength in
So
numbers, for sure.
Find a way to amplify the voices that need to be heard to combat anti-Black racism.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm definitely part of that team of making that happen. So I congratulate you again for everything you're trying to do to bring light into this world. So please, how can people find you on social media?
Well, you can find me on social media on Instagram, _5nuggets. It's the word 5 and nuggets. And then you can also go on the website, 5nuggets.com, where you can, again, learn more about the organization, what we're trying to provide for these children, and also just, again, be light into this world, right? And really develop the next generation to be better than we are now. So, yeah.
Yeah. Amen to that.
Amen.
Dondre Homer, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Reach out to him on social media, 5 Nuggets. We'll be back.
The Nikki Clarke Show, transforming lives one story at a time. If you would like to be a guest or become a part of our live studio audience, or even to become a sponsor, just go to www.NikkiClarkeNetwork.com.